Hello everyone, this is the Leech bringing you a best of 3 today between the yellow Protoss in the top right here of Terminus, MouzHasu, and on the left hand side here from Team Dignitas we have the red Terran SjoW. I'd like to thank everyone who's been checking out the videos so far. I've had a lot of fun casting them, and I hope that you guys are having a lot of fun watching them as well. If you are enjoying them, I hope you guys will subscribe to the channel. It's The Leech Starcraft is my name on YouTube. Again, The Leech Starcraft, and you guys should go subscribe because I'm going to keep stuff coming every day here for everybody. So far, I hope everyone has enjoyed them. Of course, from SjoW, we are not going to see any early scout because he just does not like to scout early. It's just, it's not his style. Everyone has their style, and that's just not part of his. On this map, notable thing here is in the natural expansion here, you do have a normal, big natural expansion with 8 mineral patches. Just south of this, though, very close, is a smaller expansion that has just 6 mineral patches and a rich Vespene geyser. And that's, of course, equal on both sides there. So a lot of different strategies come out of here. Some guys like to take the very southern expansion with a rich Vespene geyser first, and then they have the easy third of the regular size expansion. This probe here trying to be a nuisance in the base, and it is doing a very great job. SjoW did send an SCV out here. For a split second I thought he was going to go scout. Silly me. He's just taking up some of his own minerals from his natural expansion. And let's see what he decides to do here. It looks like he's going to be throwing down an expansion down here. That's the only thing I can think of, but yes, indeed, he is throwing down expansion, and Hasu is going to instantly scout that. Hasu finishing his first gateway here and his first assimilator, and just pumping out some probes. Coming down with another pylon, of course. Don't want to get supply blocked. That would be embarrassing, especially this early in the game. Still chrono boosting out probes for him. So, yeah, just got off work again. A little exhausted, but having a great time. Really enjoying casting these games for everybody. So, yeah, and I'm on my 4 days off now, so probably going to bring you guys a large amount of games this weekend. In fact, I'm going to be doing some dual casting with my buddy. I'm going to be going up to his house, and we are going to be doing a lot of casts for everyone. So I hope that you guys enjoy them, and we'll see how we do as a team. It'll be the first time they've ever cast together, and his first time casting ever. So it should be quite enjoyable. We see SjoW coming down with 2 barracks right now, and Cybernetic Score just finishing up 4 Hazard and coming out with a Stalker right now. This expansion is going to be finished just about any second here for SjoW, and he's pumping out some Marines, throwing down a bunker here at the front. Standard play that he likes to do because he doesn't like to scout, but likes to play safe. Warp Gate research starting to come out for the Protoss. We'll see if he's throwing any chrono boost down here. Nope, no chrono boost. So usually that means he's not going to be doing any sort of 4-gate rush because he would want to chrono boost that out as quickly as possible. He's starting to move a probe in this direction, and he is going to be throwing down his expansion here. SjoW getting his second orbital command down there at his expansion. And as we can see, getting a refinery as well. So just getting that rich Vespene geyser down here. And SjoW, now that he does have expansion up, he's a little bit ahead right now. This Stalker is doing a little damage here to this barracks. Both their supplies are really even at this point. Not much way they can differ. SjoW's going to move that barracks back a little bit so this bunker is going to be able to reach the Stalker, and the Stalker will be warded off there. The Stalker is deciding to come in and take some hull damage, though. That was an interesting decision by Hasu. Back on the production tab, seeing another Stalker coming out here. Tech Lab coming down on the barracks for SjoW and his main. And that Nexus is about 75% done for Hasu. Ooh, that one lone Marine deciding he can kill a Stalker by himself. No big deal. He's going to jump back in that bunker, though, as he's just about as close to dead as he can get. And another Stalker coming to do a little harass here. More probes constantly being made for Hasu, of course. And as you can see, Warp Gate research is just about finished. The Terran is going to be a little bit behind on supply, but once again, it's very minor. And with killing that other Stalker, that's really interesting that Hasu is playing so aggressively with those 2 Stalkers there. Losing 2 Stalkers that early in the game seems like it could turn out to be a pretty big deal. Stim starting for SjoW and starting to get out some Marauders, and a 3rd Stalker coming to try and shoot this barrack some more. Apparently he has not learned his lesson just yet. We'll see if he loses this Stalker as well. Sentry starting to come out for SjoW. 2 sentries even. And once again, it's nice to get those sentries out early so that you will have the energy later on for the big battles to throw down some force fields. And taking a look at the income here, they're both just about even. SjoW might be shooting up a little bit every now and then just because of mules, but since he did take that smaller expansion there, he is not going to be at a huge advantage since HouzHasu decided to take the larger expansion. We do see that looks like a 6th warp gate on the way for HouzHasu. Looks like he's still going just pure gateway units. A little surprised to see no tech at all really coming out from these players. Level 1 weapon attacks coming up for SjoW, and a forge just being thrown down for HouzHasu, so he's going to start getting his upgrades as well. And SjoW also has a factory on the way, and a 3rd command center now coming up at his normal expansion here. Very interesting play by these guys. A long macro game is what we're probably going to be seeing here, with a few huge battles in the middle that will decide everything. And it's interesting that SjoW, lately a lot of the games I've been seeing is this is what he's like to go for, even against Protoss, is these big macro games, and going against large Protoss death balls is really scary, especially for a guy like me that sucks with his micro completely. It's really intimidating. SjoW's coming out with a starport now and getting a reactor. Looks like on the factory. He will probably switch that off with the starport when it finishes so that he can reactor out Vikings. Getting Protoss ground armor level 1 right now for the Protoss, and if we take a look at the supplies, SjoW falling a little bit behind on his macro, as the Protoss is sitting at right about 14 supply higher than him, but he is throwing down his 3rd, so he's going to be a little bit behind from that. Taking a look back at the Protoss base here, lots of zealots, pretty zealot heavy army, and still just going pure gateways. Twilight Council coming down now, probably soon get his blink and zealot leg upgrade. But it seems like he's sticking to a lot of gateway units, and a few Protoss have been doing this lately, especially when the Terran is not scouting that much, and Terrans just preemptively go Vikings. If they go heavy gateway composition, then they're going to be way ahead, because Vikings cannot shoot the ground. So no Colossi equals a bunch of useless Vikings. SjoW is going to be flying in with his factory over here, though, to see what he can see. I'm not sure how much he'll actually be able to see. I do have I guess you'd call this a proxy pylon come down here. I think it's more just to block the expansion if he was going to try and sneak one down here. It really doesn't close the distance at all. This factory might get lost by SjoW. Stalkers are going to chase it down for a while and probably just get it on fire and then leave it be. As we can see, SjoW has caught up in the supply now with that 3rd base being finished. And Blink is just about finished here for the Protoss. SjoW getting concussive shells, getting his marine shields, and getting level 1 armor for his ground units. And the 3rd Nexus coming down here at the smaller expansion with the Rich Vespene Geyser for HouzHasu. HouzHasu starting to poke out a little bit with some Stalkers here. Going to be coming down to the base. Perhaps just doing little pokes like this really can make a big difference, and it can make your opponent start building more units, or just throw them off a little bit and maybe even throw off his macro. Do have one robotics facility coming down now for HouzHasu, and 2 Vikings coming out for SjoW now. The Zealot leg speed also on the way, and level 2 attacks on the way for SjoW. That Zealot leg speed, of course, was on the way for HouzHasu. It'd be kind of hard for SjoW to get that upgrade. Mass Marauders coming out, still pumping out 2 Marines at a time as well, but 3 Marauders coming out. So it is going to be a very heavy bio ball army. SjoW doing a drop over here, trying to stop this expansion from coming down, but it looks like he might lose both these medevacs if he's not careful. Actually, he's gonna. Oh, he does lose 1 medevac that was full of units, and the drop gets shut down with almost no losses. That is painful for SjoW. And as you can see, though, he's still about 20 higher on the supply right now, so he is playing very well right now. Level 2 armor coming up for his infantry, and another robotics facility coming down for the Protoss, and a robotics bay coming down for the Protoss as well. So HouzHasu might be doing a transition into Colossi here. Especially after SjoW has only seen gateway units, it would be interesting for him to start going Colossi now, and SjoW might not be expecting it, might not have enough Vikings ready for an attack like that. Back to Armor Tab, SjoW is still about 20 supply ahead, which is a decent size. He does have 2 Vikings out. The Stalkers take one out and blink away. Very smart, forcing a stim on all the units there. The Medivacs do have plenty of energy and will be able to heal them up. But any energy you can take away from those early on definitely helps later on in the game. Back to our favorite tab, the production here. We see SjoW coming down with another command center and MouzHasu getting extended thermal lance started. And is he chrono boosting? Oh, he's chrono boosting because he is a pro, and that's what pros do. They chrono boost their extended thermal lance and their upgrades. He is also getting, looks like level 2 Protoss ground weapons here. And look, SjoW is building supply depots. That's impressive. Getting level 3 attacks here, and some missile turrets going up, probably just to prevent any sight for observers. He's throwing this up right by his army in a kind of an offensive position, so he can block any scouting from the observers to see his army composition. Extended thermal lance is about halfway done. More missile turrets coming down, and 6 marauders on the way, so very Marauder-heavy army. SjoW is spreading up his army like this. I like this. In case he's expecting Colossi, he can just preemptively spread everything out a little bit and have a much better concave when they do come. He is getting a planetary fortress here for his 4th base, and 3 more barracks coming on the way. 2 Colossi coming out right now for our Protoss MouzHasu. He already does have 2 out here, and he is chrono boosting 2 more. Taking a look at our unit stat, we have 22 Zealots, 2 Colossi, 15 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries versus 31 Marauders, 7 Medivacs, 1 Viking, and 26 Marines. So as of right now, it's hard to tell who would win in a big battle. I feel like SjoW, though, needs to get some more Vikings out here, and he's still just going with a Bio Ball. This could be really painful for him as Extended Thermal Lance finishes just now, and 2 more Colossi are about to pop out as well. SjoW grabbing a lot of SCVs, and he's going to be making a push here. Kind of sucks that he chose to push right now, as if he would have moved out a little bit earlier, that Extended Thermal Lance would not have been done yet, but of course he would not know that. Mobius Reactor coming down for SjoW for his Ghost, and a Ghost Academy coming down as well. SjoW is not engaging in the best place here. He is really getting smashed by those Colossi, and the force fields come down, blocking out almost half his units from being able to attack anything except for Zealots. This is really going to hurt. These Colossi still shooting and not taking any damage themselves. Spio Ball is really getting mopped up, and that was not the best position for SjoW to attack. He should have pulled back to about where he is right now, and he would have had all this room over here to do some damage. More Colossi coming out for MouzHasu. Stalkers blinking, trying to take out some Medivacs. They're going to back away when the Marauders turn around, though. Level 3 attacks is about to finish for SjoW here, but he really took a lot of damage there. Looking at our units lost tab, we can see SjoW is about 2,000 behind there, and that really hurts. And it looks like he's about to lose some more. Yes, he's about 3,000 behind now, and this game is not looking too good for him. This planetary fortress will go down no problem if these Colossi are left unchecked. 7 Colossi out on the field for MouzHasu now. MouzHasu, though, is not building anything right now. He's only at 130 supply. There we go, starting to warp in some Zealots. He still has a lot of excess minerals, though. 2 more Colossi coming. So it looks like he just had a short lapse there in building units. SjoW still trying to pump out more of the Bio Ball, but I don't see how he can possibly come back from this. Taking a look at the supply, 152 to 115 now with a Protoss in the lead. And as MouzHasu starts pushing in to take out some of these barracks, it's going to start getting more and more blatantly obvious that SjoW is not going to be able to come back from this. As MouzHasu is about 60 supply ahead right now, it's going to be very difficult for SjoW to do anything. 6 Marauders are coming out for him right now, but 6 Marauders against 6 Colossi is not exactly the ideal push that you want to make. MouzHasu still just getting some upgrades. Still does have a lot of minerals that he could be using right now, and I'm not sure why he is not building more. There we go, throwing down a bunch of Stalkers, still sitting at over 1,400 minerals, though. He probably figures he has the game won at this point, as it's Zealots versus SCVs, and that really does not favor the SCVs in this battle. Colossi are just going to come in and clean things up, and SjoW does give the GG. So good game by both players there. SjoW once again choosing to do that style where he sits back and builds up a large army against a Protoss, and once the Protoss gets that deathly number of Colossi, though, and he did not have enough Vikings, so it seemed to be a huge mistake for him. He started at one point to dual produce Vikings, but stopped after he made about 3. So very interesting choice by him. We're going to move on to game 2 now of this best of 3, and we will speak to you in just a minute.